IVM.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. There's some terrible stories out there, and that's why we have this podcast. I mean, you've got this Ukraine nonsense going on and on. You've got tales of war from across the border. Pakistan, Sri Lanka is sinking as we look at it. And of course, Delhi, South Delhi had its beautiful week of Navratri where they decided to attack non-veg shops and shut them and booze, etc., etc. In all that, I have another same level of sad story. My own personal tragedy. I don't know why I share this, but I feel like it's therapy and I feel better when I say it. Today in the morning, I had this terrible accident. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. Or not speak, I will speak. I had to do a urine test. And unfortunately, my mother has these small urine sample bottles where the opening is not physically correct for what is to follow in terms of the Niagara Falls, especially after the morning 2.5 hours sleep. And I sort of, let's put it this way, it wasn't all in the right container is what I'm saying. And it was just horrible for me in the morning to experience that and to clean it, then pretend that I've cleaned it because I didn't really clean it well. The whole area of the bathroom which had been wet by the ensuing deluge. Can I just talk to people out there who are in the know? This is also a very painful thing. Can you make different size containers with bigger brims sometimes? So peeing, which very often done without concentrating, because you do it without concentrating all your life. So for God's sake, think about the common man. Where's Kejriwal now when I need him? Why can't the Aam Aadmi get bigger brims to pee inside too? Not to mention the size of the cup was not that big. I won't even get into that because I abandoned ship once I spilled it.
सफर, रास्ते, मंजिल और मुकाम अक्सर ये हमसे कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, पर हम हैं कि अपनी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में इन्हें सुनने से कतराते हैं। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है केशव चतुर्वेदी और मैं आपको ले चलूंगा कुछ ऐसे सफर पर जहां आपको एक नया नजरिया मिलेगा सफर और मंजिलों को देखने का। आइए इन किस्से कहानियों में डूब जाएं, हर मंगलवार और शुक्रवार।
Let's now meet our guests, people who are from a very erudite background, who like to speak and pontificate. Abbas is starting his own political party. Silverie is saying hi for no reason whatsoever. And male model Punit has come to join us for the first time. First time in the news.
In person, yes.
Yeah.
What an office, Cyrus.
Even today we have terrible sound from Puneet. That is what are the odds?
Then I have a medical condition. But what a great office, Cyrus. I think ED should come
It's
visit
called
one
being an
time.
Indian. Puneet, just one sec. Don't mind. Silverie, at the end of the episode or whatever it's called, please check his pockets and all. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm a little touchy about all the new shiny stuff. Can't get to him. Anyway.
But did you say that once I spill over, I jump the ship? What was that line? There's a great line. It was like
I don't recall.
So your problem is with the width of the opening, not the size of the bottle.
Okay, everything. Okay, now, firstly, a 79-year-old mother should not be taking care of this whole situation. That's the other embarrassing
Firstly,
part.
yes.
I left it to her. She said, I'm leaving it in the bathroom. Do it in the morning when you wake up. So I got up and I didn't check. I didn't do a rehearsal. I got up.
rehearsal.
And don't forget, I get up at 4:45 and do my yoga every morning.
Oh, I thought
as
you
it
say
says in
Azan,
the back
but
of the Patali. Yeah, well, it didn't help. But I'm not kidding. So it's this small. I should have brought the cup. Maybe I'll get it the next time.
Hope it's empty.
You got to really concentrate. Remember they used to joke about when you're drinking, if you want to pee in the car.
The thing is, they need only this much. Not penis size, liquid size. You need only this much for
That was unnecessary,
to do all the tests, right?
It gets smaller because of age. It shrivels a little bit, yeah.
But you need only this much to do all the tests, right? So like after you fill the bottle till this much, you can just
you know
pee
what I was
the
told by the
rest
medical expert?
outside.
They need the middle-ish part of your pee, not the beginning.
Yes.
Oh,
Midstream
not-
urine sample.
Now see, the dentist knows this.
Yes.
The dentist knows this.
Dentist
Immediately
tastes
the
it all the
dentist
time.
will first day they teach you कब तक करने का पिसाब उसके point पे there's a point at which the pisab makes sense.
Yeah.
Till then it's a waste of time literally.
Yeah, remember
It's
the
a little
line now.
complicated.
The line was that once I spill over, I abandon ship, which is not a good method of birth control, but
That's a good line.
No, but Puneet, see a lot of issues happen. First, I don't know if I'd wasted everybody's time. Second, the pee was all over the bathroom floor, no?
Yeah, that's
Ah.
what I
Just
have a
spilled
problem
everywhere.
with the aiming.
into the.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
so you
the
keep it
aiming.
on top of your urinal.
But you don't want to touch your what you may call it.
Why I
to
don't
it.
have a
Okay, that's like
urinal in my
ridiculous.
bathroom.
What?
man.
How do you? So you keep the
All
bottle on the
these
ground?
problems can be solved.
No,
if
you
just-
hold it in one hand and.
Yeah, that's what.
You just
That's
pee
what-
in the
and then
sink.
say-
No.
With my first wife, I wouldn't have to do anything. But this one is very liberating that way. Didn't accept the challenge.
But Cyrus, come on, if you just pee
I
in
mean-
the sink, this solves all world problems.
Okay, and the doctor will
Doctor
blow
will
the
Come and collect
from inside the
collecting the sample. What luck?
Drainage,
आज तो
yeah.
ये-
building का drainage में bottom floor पे the
I'm glad that we've
Doctor
raised the
Drainage.
show again
Yeah.
in the eyes
Of
of the
course, as we
people
always
listening.
do. Yes, of course.
Yeah, we can't. I don't know where we can go from here. We reached the drains with the urine. I think this is it. This is the bottom.
It's called
go
a
below.
midstream urine sample. This is just random trivia.
By the way, Puneet,
Yes.
have you done a urine sample with a bottle of your own?
I
mean, have you had
at
to do
least
that
at some point in my life, yes. I don't recall when,
So
but
do you not remember it being a nightmare?
it was. But then I didn't talk about it on a podcast.
until now.
Because you didn't have a podcast that particular day, so it wasn't in your head. No. That particular day you did talk about it, but with your pals at Lakshmi Bar, where you and Ganguly go and drink.
Oh yes, that's very good.
So I'm told.
And Gaurav
By the way,
Kapoor. Yes.
Yes, Cyrus?
Gaurav Kapoor, the guy,
not the
DJ.
broadcaster, the comedian.
There's a Gaurav Kapoor who's a comedian.
Yes,
Yeah, the
yes.
short.
And the other guy is not funny. Is that what you're saying? You
Yeah.
break his heart.
Now in comparison, definitely.
There's a short Gaurav Kapoor.
The other Gaurav Kapoor is
Okay,
also a
not the Gaurav
podcaster.
Kapoor was on T20 Sport, on the
No,
T20 cricket
no.
thing.
He still is, right?
He does a podcast called 22 Yards, I think,
No.
with cricketers.
No, he does a thing called Breakfast with Champions.
That also.
Or maybe that's also done over.
No,
with,
no,
I don't know.
new
But
season-
who's the other Gaurav Kapoor?
He's a shorter, and our Gaurav Kapoor is funnier for sure.
I mean,
Delhi comic.
All right.
Very
What the
well.
hell's wrong with Delhi? Everybody's called Gaurav Kapoor. This is ridiculous. It's an epidemic. Why are we talking about that? Stop shutting the booze shop. Stop people naming their kids Gaurav Kapoor. Just stop them.
Actually,
Everybody listen to us. Enough.
come to think of
And
it,
after that, stop the.
Hey, there are three Gaurav Kapoors, just three Gauravs just in the influencer market. So there's Gaurav, the
What are you
pilot
saying?
guy, who's heftier than
Yeah.
you also. And then there's a
Oh, Gaurav, the bodybuilder, the IT guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The pilot, no, who got kicked out of one of the airlines, and he does
Is he
vlogs.
the bodybuilder influencer guy from IIT
I have no
Kharagpur?
idea who this third Gaurav Kapoor is.
Arey, Taneja,
Don't
Gaurav,
follow
Gaurav Taneja.
influencers with good physiques.
You're not basing much, Cyrus, but
I was saying that comedian Gaurav Kapoor will be a good challenge to you because he also speaks really fast. So he'll be a good.
Oh, I thought he's saying
But
because
he speaks in
Hindi.
Punjabi, no? So I don't know people don't understand.
Hindi,
That's already a
Punjabi,
challenge.
yeah.
That's an added challenge.
If he speaks Hindi fast, it's Punjabi anyway. By the way.
Yeah.
But we should get him on the show if he's a friend and doesn't charge. You know our rules.
the first part of the line is correct. Second part, I'll have to check.
Yeah,
Who was
everybody's
that?
become really now.
Hero in the 80s who became like a one-hit wonder. Gaurav.
Kumar Gaurav.
Kumar
Gaurav,
Yes.
yes.
I'm just remembering random
Is
Gaurav.
he alive
So
still?
it is Gaurav Kumar. They reversed it, no?
Yes.
Manoj Kumar, and then something like that. We'll have to dig that out.
Kumar
We'll dig that
Gaurav.
out. I'll figure it out. We need none of you guys are filmy buffs. That's the problem. I mean, film buffs, not filmy.
A little bit.
Are you?
We all know a little bit
Are
about
you?
films.
You
I
can't
know,
help but
like that,
get
I mean,
Quiz us and find
Quiz
out.
us and find out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like because no, there are some.
The Indian film buff or the Indian cricket buff is similar in the sense that they are nerds about it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't know
Have you
every
met
Amitabh
Sajid Khan
movie and
and
all,
have you-
but
I definitely
Sajid
know
Khan
more
and
about
Boman
movies
Irani.
than about cricket.
that's
Sajid Khan and Boman Irani can tell you the name of the prop guy number 2 in such and such film, which you've never even heard of. That's the kind of, it's a different ballgame altogether.
I mean, what uses
And
that
even-
knowledge though?
Nothing, they're socially inactive people, no? They don't have friends.
Correct.
It's
But
good
that's
in
the point.
cocktail
The point is
parties.
that-
No,
But what am I asking? I do a podcast about pop culture called IVM likes
You
self-love.
do a podcast about people peeing into cups and being dissatisfied. So, I don't know, really.
Yes, correct.
So far, the highlight has been that there are many Gaurav Kapoors in Delhi. Silverie has really grown in the podcast. He's a lot sharp. I think a few more years, I just said razor sharp with lightning speed. Fandangos.
Few more years.
Be there.
Oh, good. Lord.
Imagine he's getting
What a lovely
sharper despite his
week of
lifestyle.
speed,
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm also
No,
surprised.
I can I tell you, it's if you study animals, you understand that the entire nature nurture question is more answerable with animals because the data is very clear.
Yeah.
Silverie is that animal which in the morning is dead. Dead. 10 to 11, not a good time for Silverie. He's a different guy at 6.
Yeah.
At
Yeah, that's
6,
true.
he's
That's-
warming up for his
Yeah.
real passion.
Yeah.
which is when his friends come with a certain stuff and then they play Monopoly or
Certain
whatever.
stuff.
They
Abbas
play.
is my friend, by the way.
I didn't come. I don't. The only stuff I have is 2 dates in my pocket, which I will use
As
to
long
break
as
my
the
fast.
stuff is halal, it's all right.
Yeah.
But Abbas,
Yeah.
all my friends who keep
Rosas.
rosa,
Uh-huh.
their biggest problem is the first 3 days they lose weight and then nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Then you
really
gain.
funny.
Yeah, then you gain a few.
What's
Then
the
you
best
gain.
food you've had in this time?
Because
In the
you
last-
only been
cheat,
4 days.
guys.
You could have had good food in 4 days.
This is his healthy period. These 4 days
Oh,
that
that's-
he's at his
oh, that's
best.
the initial part.
He's now
Okay,
male
okay.
model Abbas.
Okay,
We have to see him after day
Male
22
model.
or
Stop
something.
checking me out, Punit.
We can sell this guy today. The ladies are going to go mad. Abbas.
Wow.
Uh,
Do people
Yeah,
come to you?
misnomer
Does
people
this happen to you? What Cyrus is saying? Okay, do people come to you in the first few days and be like, "Hey man, wow, you lost
no,
weight?"
first 4-5 days we just have to reply. Not even water. No, not even water.
Not even
yeah.
water.
You're not even supposed to let the sweat go into your lip.
Oh,
at all.
man.
Nothing
Oh,
should
oh.
go.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is very difficult when you're wearing masks in Bombay in this
In
heat.
Bombay, in
Or just
general,
Bombay itself. You
Or
don't
just
need to
Bombay
ask for that,
itself,
yes.
now you're not wearing masks, though, I'm sure.
I am.
But
That's
Abbas,
Yeah.
Abbas is not suffering. He just has to not eat. What about the guys who work through Ramzan?
What do you mean? I am also working.
Sitting in AC
Sure.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
I had guys who worked with us on shows on 12-14 hour shifts
Yeah.
and they can't eat till 6:45 in the
That's
evening
true.
and they're sweating, picking,
Yeah,
dropping.
yeah.
And we break for lunch in front of them.
Did you say
Don't
groping?
forget that.
Dropping.
Dropping things,
Dropping.
picking things
Oh, okay.
up.
I heard
And,
groping.
and since I was part of in the good old days when non-veg was still a thing,
Mm.
I was in charge of always the non-veg catering. I would be, fighting. So obviously all the, let's say people from one community and myself were very close and tightly knit about this.
Right.
So from the beginning we'd make, otherwise we won't get food.
Yeah.
It was like South Delhi.
Mm.
MPV was like South Delhi. We had to stand and fight like a lobby. And so we would.
But this
Paramount
selling Abbas
Kakima.
thing is a good idea for
Beautiful.
Instagram. No? We could play Val Venus music in the
Please.
background.
Yeah, okay.
Hello,
I'm all for
ladies.
You know what is really funny for me? Abbas or Punit's hand comes into Silverie's frame. It's weird.
I know.
It's
I
just
get
weird,
it.
man.
Let's all go into I Punit.
It's
Stop,
like,
Punit.
man, it's a real sort of moment.
Punit, make a circle. No, it's good. All right. Should we get to the first story? We have a long
First, I
show.
want to ask you a
Yes,
question.
please.
It's a personal question. Tell me if I'm being mean spirited and wrong.
Okay.
in
Yes,
thinking.
but go on.
But just hear the whole story out. So we've got some date thing for our little TV show that nobody watches, and Kunal says he's not available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week because he's in Delhi. So I presume this because he's shooting that food show of his. Khane mein kya hai?
Yeah.
So we all just presumed that, and today we were saying, so what time are you coming back? What are you shooting? Nice food, blah blah blah. He said, no, I'm not shooting. I'm going there for 3 days. So I said, why do you go to Delhi for 3 days if you're not political and you're not doing some work? He said, no, Baman, 64-year-old Baman Irani is shooting there and called him and said, I'm feeling lonely. Will you come?
That's
That's
so
so
nice.
sweet. Yes. It's
So
absolutely
he's
fine.
going-
See,
Oh,
friendship
Baman's
before
hand in-
work. I understand.
Imperial Hotel Delhi, guys. 5-star hotel
Yeah.
with no agenda. Relaxed, where the overpaid actors are sitting and enjoying small shifts with lots of food
And butt
and feeling lonely.
Man,
I
I wish
just
I
feel I
had
was
friends
like-
Good
like
life,
that.
man. That's a good life.
Punit,
Yeah.
in this economy, Punit,
Punit never calls me to any of his cities where he goes to tour.
This is all old
I
money.
don't know.
sir.
I think it's not
old
on.
money you never
can't
run out
do
of
this
it.
kind- Who does this kind of thing?
Old money.
See, how often does he do this? Cyrus, how often does Kunal
Second
do
time in the last 6 months.
In the
And
last
it's
6
the same
months?
line.
Okay, that's
Baman is
quite
feeling
lot.
lonely.
There's more action than most of us have got here. So
I was thinking
But-
like once in like a year, once in 2-3 years. Then, so yeah, go ahead, man, do it.
No, they do it all the time. And then he acts all like, he's feeling lonely now.
He's feeling
like
lonely.
that. But he's not
What?
7.
Yeah,
I
It
think
doesn't
it's
make any
the-
sense.
It's the other way around. No, women find a community as they grow older. Men grow lonelier and lonelier as they grow older.
You're speaking from
no experience. What is this? What is this?
the holy month of Ramzan.
Yes.
Abbas will get
Yeah.
better, hopefully. Yeah.
This is,
I can't believe you all are cynical without being married, without going through all this shit, and with,
yeah.
with all your organs intact and everything going for you health wise.
I mean-
This decade is still a good one for all three of you. Can you imagine what's to come?
Wait, Antariksh, how old are you?
I wish
Still
I
in
had
your
this
20s.
about to be 30 in this year.
About to be 30.
I mean,
Amateur.
About
old only.
I met my last surviving school friends couple of days back. Guy just
Last surviving school friend, what, they all died?
I'm presuming
No,
that they're
that's
dead.
not-
They
If they're not
died
in
Once
touch
you're
with him,
still
they're
in
dead to him.
or they're selling LIC policy. So it's the same
Oh,
thing.
oh.
So the guy opens the discussion randomly saying, "पता है वो शमशान है ना अपने पास उसके बाहर वड़ा पाव बहुत अच्छा मिलता है." And he just says so nonchalant.
Did you try it though?
It was closed by then. I had to wait for someone to die now. So
Were you at a restaurant when he told you this? Or you were
yes.
just on the road?
Yeah.
So he's in a restaurant thinking of vada pav that
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
on the side of the road.
Across the street.
But that's
Oh.
isn't that
Really
always a
terrible
problem when
restaurant.
you're in one place, you think of some other food?
Yes.
That does happen.
And
So
really-
whatever they
Cheating
were
on your wife.
eating, he was like,
Cheating
you
on your
were
wife is the same thing.
Yeah, same with the marriage, Cyrus.
Shamshan.
Yeah, you one place thinking, why don't we ever
वो
focus
दूसरी वाली का
correctly?
खाना अच्छा है.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I get it.
Horrible humanity.
There are also buildings over the Samshan, obviously, around the Samshan. So we're just imagining how the broker sells the property. He says it's good wives.
Yeah,
Because
मरोगे तो यहीं पे आना. मतलब you'll still be in this colony only. Don't worry.
And also, it's a quick sort of, if you're a guy like me, always in a hurry, these things make sense. Everything's
Yeah.
quick.
yeah.
There's no point hovering.
True.
Get to it
True,
straight
true.
away. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, his friends tried to get him to join a pyramid scheme or MLM.
Talking
Oops,
about people
okay.
who are close to death, should we talk about members of parliament?
Ouch.
sorry.
Okay.
Which one? Upper house is
No,
older.
no.
by
So
age.
Shashi Tharoor is not that old. I'm
Hey,
just joking.
he's not that old.
Not that old.
Yeah.
Okay. Something else.
Listen, he's one of the better ones. Let him live,
Absolutely. I'm
please.
just joking. This is all. Shashi can take a joke, man. It's cool. All right. This is
Shashi won't understand your Punjabi. Don't
cool.
worry.
Shashi could
Shashi
take a
is-
suicide so well. Of course, he can
Yeah.
take a joke.
Oh, unnecessary. Punit bhai.
Someone's phone said something.
Yeah, something went
that
off
mine?
on the screen also. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that's mine.
So what are you
I've
showing
kept
us?
mine
You're
on
showing us
airplane
Farookh-
mode.
So I'm
Farookh
showing you.
Abdulla.
Showing
Farookh
you.
Abdulla.
Showing you a very
Is
cool
that
video.
what-
But notice Shashi Tharoor in the background talking to Supriya
And
Sule.
Supriya Sule, yes.
Okay.
Good voice Shashi Tharoor has.
Okay, I can play the rest of the video. I shouldn't play the music too much.
You all are looking at the background. I want to know what Farookh Abdulla is saying with his hands. What the hell is he doing?
I
What is-
think
That's
he's in
scary.
the
It
Eno
doesn't
ad
matter.
talking about how much acidity he has.
Yeah. I can tell you
So
it's definitely
people-
not about Kashmir.
Man,
That's for
Farookh
sure.
Abdullah's grown old, man.
Yeah.
He used to be like pretty
No,
dapper.
he's not wearing his cap, dude. Cap makes a big difference.
So people have been going.
Coming back to Shashi Tharoor,
Yes, like a baller.
I think this is the way people watch a podcast. You don't
It's
really
office
pay
romance.
attention. You just sort of
This is how
Yeah.
office romance starts. Shashi Tharoor and Supriya Sule.
body
He,
language is a little engaging.
Yeah,
Front,
yeah, yeah.
chin forward like that and all.
Exactly.
he
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
jumped one seat to come close to her.
Okay,
And then put his head down on
Yeah.
the desk. Hilarious. Yeah, it
That's
does
the
look like
dynamics
he's-
of the benches being at an angle. I can understand this. I think I'm
Yeah.
disapproving of your
No, so
criticism.
basically,
feel this
what
is
I imagine
all
is-
fair in Parliament.
because there's a speaker in front of them. They are trying to speak in lower volumes, right? So he has to put his head lower.
Oh,
But aren't they
I
all...
imagine, but
Oh.
it looks very weird and very.
No,
funny.
no, dude. I think he's just that old. That's just...
Oh, he can't support his head anymore.
that's-
Put his head
he's
on
just
the desk.
become like really old now.
Okay, so he's.
Listen,
They are discussing vada pav.
That is correct. Yeah, vada pav, the Chandsan ke baare mein vada pav mast hai.
they are discussing how long the government in Maharashtra will stay because both their parties are involved. And nobody's going to tell Shiv Sena when they pull out. So
Yes,
that's what's
correct.
going on in the background. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd rather they keep talking behind rather than sleep.
but
Like, that's
Shashi is
very-
proof
Or
that,
watch porn
Or
in
watch
the
porn,
background.
yes.
Shashi is proof that if you have good game, then women will even ignore a charge sheet.
I
And
mean,
Punit,
but could
isn't it
possibly
better
be a
if-
false chart sheet. So, I
not to
respect
say that he is, but isn't it better your politician is a Lothario or likes the ladies? I mean, if that's his crime, it's not really the worst. I mean, look around at the list
I mean,
of
no,
things
but
that have
yeah.
been
Can
done.
you imagine
That's-
Shashi
yeah.
being bald? Same guy, he just bald.
Hey,
Are you
Punit,
saying? Are you saying it looks like?
excuse me.
What are you trying to say?
His charge sheet would have stuck more in people's heads
Oh, like
than it
that.
does right now.
Listen,
You think
Farookh
his-
Abdullah was
his,
also quite a
uh,
ladies' man and he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, he might
So
have
don't
more of a
knock bald
push
people, Punit.
strategy. Shashi has a pull strategy.
That's what she
Wow.
said.
He's doing a lot of weight training.
Yeah.
His pull is coming to mind all the time. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next story. The next story is Cyrus.
That's our story.
That was the story.
Yeah, I just want to show
two
you
politicians
Fellini
talked in
Yeah,
the
but-
background.
I thought you guys would take the bait and find it as funny as I did. That
No,
Shashi
I
Tharoor
want to
in
know
the
what
back.
was the song that played when you tried to play.
Yeah, good-
I
good
don't.
song.
I don't know the song, but
No.
I've heard the song, but I don't know.
Sharvin Bhatt is saying it should be that Imperial Blues, men will be men.
Yeah, Cyrus, you
Oh,
should be
yeah.
the, you should be the brand ambassador for this.
I'm ready. I've reached a point where I'll be brand ambassador for anything, including politics. So if any party wants us, we'll just sing their song. Not a problem. I'll even turn vegetarian. Just say it. I have to actually do it. It's not like endorsees actually take the product home, right? If you're a
Yeah.
Coke endorser, it doesn't mean you actually just only drink Coke. You just have to
Yeah.
make sure you don't get caught. That's it.
Yeah.
Silverie, tell them your story, when you were endorsing Mazda.
What?
Oh, he was in an ad for Mazda doing karate, I think.
That
What?
wasn't Mazda.
That wasn't Mazda? Okay.
That was for Renault Kwid.
Acha?
You're in a car.
Renault Kwid.
Yeah, but
because you own so many, that's why.
No, no, but I wasn't. There was no car in the video. It's one of those.
It's a meta.
I was
ad.
living the Kwid life.
Was it like
according
a
to Renault.
contest ad?
Huh?
Where the winner gets you or something?
What?
I
The product
wish,
is not
but
there?
no.
Winner gets you.
Yeah, they had minus participation if that was the case. And nobody wanted me. But no,
Hey,
no.
this
it
is
was
the country to set
awesome.
the trends, bro.
Yeah, it was just like, so Renault Kwid ka ad tha, and it was like they want to show what is Kwid life. So like people who do things themselves and like are outspoken in the way they do things.
No, now we have to show this ad. I don't care.
I
Ask
mean-
Vinay, he's there somewhere. While we carry on with the show, before the
Yes,
show
please
ends,
look,
please
Punit and
look.
Abbas,
Search
Good
for
Abbas was breaking his fast. I don't want to see the ad post that. He has to see it before that, okay?
It's being looked up as we speak.
People who do
Okay.
their own things themselves, like what? Like make a sandwich themselves. Aisa.
Yeah, like that. So like no, do things. They do regular things in fun ways. That's the first one. Yeah,
Okay.
regular things in fun ways. And you'll see me do some impromptu,
Like-
non-choreographed action scenes.
Like
Oh, yeah. I've
By
seen this
myself.
Now,
one.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Cyrus and
I
fantasy
think
predator of
we may
advertising.
have shared it. I loosely remember sharing it on
Yeah,
the
I
pod.
remember
Oh, you
seeing
watched
it.
No, Baba.
And I wouldn't randomly see Antariksh's videos online.
Yeah.
No, we'll all remember. Three of us can't have forgotten.
I know,
If,
right?
if this was out there, it will be out there. It'll become your Hello Friends moment. And then you will see what life.
Man, no. This is.
Wait.
I must say this is.
Tell them
not-
what to-
It's a fast we can't wait to forget.
Tell them what to look for.
They got the right video. You can just watch the whole thing. It's you don't even need to play the music. You don't have to
Yeah,
need the music.
because
on that.
another song will play.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is
the moment
exciting.
we're
And also,
waiting
someone wanted to people wanted to see me
Oh.
without a beard.
Oh.
That's me without a
Here
beard.
is
Oh.
the launch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Fuck.
That's how you
With the
do it.
dimple.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Doing his first.
Yeah. Oh, दाढ़ी में
Let's
दिखता
hear
नहीं
the
है.
sound.
Oh, puberty
Yes.
gone wrong.
Non-choreographed, by the way. I did myself my own
Whoa.
martial arts. Oh, look at that stud.
Add fun to every day.
Yes, you can. By
You know, and this is why when South Delhi bans alcohol, I'm okay.
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yes.
It does, you know, you
Absolutely.
can't argue.
Yeah.
But Silverie,
Yes.
how many years back?
That was like just go to the video. I think it was 6 years back, if I'm not wrong, or 5 years
Oh,
at
it's
least.
a long time.
It's been a while.
long
it's been a
time
while.
back.
Yeah.
Wow.
2016.
You get paid
2016,
well.
like
ago.
5 years.
So this is like 7 breakups back.
I wish. If only I was that lucky.
How much money do you get for it? Ranbir aged quite well.
So that's a very good. Wow, you brought it up.
You know,
I got
Buju without a
35.
beard.
They gave me 35, out of which the casting person kept
Agency.
like 10 or something. Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Like what the hell? That's
not
so
bad
high.
for 5 years back.
Because you know,
Okay.
the casting guy of
Okay,
the
right.
stick that was used, which is also 50% of the ad.
Yeah.
That was his stick,
That
apparently.
is it, yeah. Sure that his
His
props,
fighting
yeah.
skills,
All the
they
mattresses were
were
his. Yeah.
Every follow
Fighting
official
skills.
has followed all the
Yeah, I
episodes.
know,
He
this
knows
is-
about your bike fight.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a
Man,
terrible thing to
they
have
know
that
too
fight
much.
there and all your skill on show.
Yeah.
And then when the two guys have to fight with you, it's like, bro, yeah, that's just an
Okay,
ad.
Oh god.
Puneet is lost. Puneet, Antariksh had an accident and got beaten up by
Yeah.
with some people.
Yeah.
He got into an
He
accident.
got
and he
bullied
got
actually by
he
the
got
Guji
beaten
guy.
up.
It's how it goes, man, in my life.
He didn't have the stick. And he had the beard. The beard takes away the power.
Yeah, yeah.
Something
They,
like
they
that.
think ये बंदा must be arrogant. इसको तो मारते हैं.
So this
And
is
before
where
they
in
talk to me.
in Mumbai.
Dude, like 2-3 months back in Bombay.
Okay.
Andheri East,
Oh, man.
near MIDC. I'm looking for you, person.
Oh, so
It was raining season.
So it was
So
Morol
was
again.
last
It was
year,
monsoon.
Like
it
6
was-
months ago.
Oh, 6 months
Is
ago.
this where the Morol jokes
no.
come from? No.
No, this was not in Marol. If it was in Marol,
Marol is a
though,
very small
I would have sued Marol.
Yeah.
All of Marol.
You don't have to sue Marol.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave it.
I know they're poor people. Yeah, they're bad enough. I mean, not monetarily
Come
poor,
on.
but just.
Us, after
In life.
all we've said about Marol, you especially, we can't save it, yeah.
You know
can't
that
do this
if you
whole,
keep going down Morol's asshole, you end up in RA colony.
That's actually true. That's exactly right. It's not even wrong. He's not even wrong.
Have
This
you
is
heard
how
of
maths
Chota
work.
Kashmir?
Yeah.
Do you know we have a Chota Kashmir there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Marol.
Yeah. There-
Yes.
Chota
well,
Kashmir
in
sound
film
like
cities,
the name of a
It's
gunda.
Arey Baba.
Hey, Kashmir
It's
and
an
Chota
area
Kashmir.
where we used to
Like
shoot
Chota
outdoor
Kashmir.
stuff. It's called Chota
I went there a
Yeah.
couple
World
of
famous.
years back and they've done it
Yeah.
up quite well compared to what it used to be. But the crowd is still the same. It's couples and eunuchs. Hey, I used the right term, okay?
Yeah,
Why?
I think you're right. Yeah.
I would
I think
ask you
you're
to
fine.
come to the line of actual control here and not make this kind of remark. Please.
All right. So the next story.
Hey, they also have
is-
that boating downstairs. Like there's a lake niche where you do the pedal wala
Ah,
boating.
yes.
Oh, okay.
In those. Have you ever done
Come
those?
on, you guys
I've
haven't
done
been on
those,
that.
yeah.
I
correct.
have.
Two people,
Damn
Come
but
on.
one person rests and one person pedals. That's just how it goes usually.
You need one pal from the area, and that's all they do for entertainment. You
That's
have to
what
go there
that's what
once.
Baman and
Yeah.
Kunal are doing right now.
Yes.
Well, in Delhi, man, there's no water in Delhi.
It'll be a very slow moving boat, Abbas. It'll be a very slow moving boat.
There's no pedaling happening on that
65
boat. It's
man
just like,
will
हाँ
only.
ठीक है, let the water take us where it takes us. Basically, that's what I want to be. All right.
Very sad.
Let's go to the
Anyway,
second
you ever get a call
topic
from me saying,
This is a fun one.
in the like 40
Silverie,
minutes.
if I call you to spend 3 days with me for no reason because I'm stuck in something paid for, would you go?
If paid
Paid
for,
for.
yes, I would.
Oh no, you don't know what you're getting into.
Punit, have you been with Cyrus on one of these trips?
No, because he said paid for, and Cyrus say paying
Oh.
upfront is a
It's a red flag.
It's a red
Sarkar
flag.
is
Yeah,
getting
paid
married,
for
guys,
is
on Friday.
Cyrus making me stay in the
Have you all-
shittiest hotels and
No, it'll be a
Everything,
good.
no?
I can't say in shitty hotels, don't worry. But I'm a
Okay.
very bad person to room with because I'm filthy and everything
But
is
I
untidy.
don't get
You
my
saw
own
the bed
room.
at the back.
I don't get my own room.
Of
sir.
course
That's
not.
the
What do you think I
whole
am? I'm not
What is
Adani. Adani is a different guy. We have the same profile,
No,
but
man.
we're not the same guy.
Then no.
Damn you, man. It's always a no with you kids. You know anybody else?
Cool. I'll make a few calls.
Chalo.
All right, next one. So basically, this has gone viral in over the last 2 days. There is an Aadhaar card that exists that was made in India with the name on the Aadhaar card is Madhu Ka Pachwa Baccha. In English,
Okay.
so on Aadhaar card the name is in Hindi and then in English also. So it's Hindi mein Madhu Ka Pachwa Baccha and in English it's Baby 5 or Madhu.
Baby.
I'm not even making this up. Okay. So what happened was
Fifth child.
fifth child, man. It's so
I
I'm
mean,
just
direct
funny like
translation,
the
huh?
fourth child has the fourth chautha bacha, tisa bacha, all of that must be there.
But
no?
technically, what's wrong with that, guys? I mean, technically, if that's the.
So
what
no.
would
So
Kanye
the
West
problem
name the
happened.
kid?
See,
The problem
it is
happened.
specific.
I'll tell
It
you.
is also very feminine. I mean, it's feminist also. No, Madhu ka bacha bolna.
Yeah, correct. हाँ दिनेश का नहीं बोला. Dinesh
No,
is a bad
Madhu
name.
male हो सकता है,
Correct.
female भी हो सकता है. Madhu is a mixed
No, but
name,
Madhu
huh?
was the mother's name. Yeah, he is right in that instance. But
How
हो
do
सकता है
you-
right? But
But what was they were
How do you
refused
know
something.
So what
right?
happened is these guys Dinesh with his daughter wanted to get his daughter admission into a school and they were denied admission because the school asked for Aadhaar card and on the Aadhaar card it says Madhu Ka Pachwa Baccha and the teacher started making fun of them कि अरे ये क्या है ऐसे कैसे करते हो तुम लोग and then they were denied admission. This happened in UP in
Are you
Raipur in
watching
UP.
the sensitivity of young Puneet and how he's laughing his heart
No,
off
no.
and one kid being denied education
I mean,
because
it
of
is
stupidity of
funny.
their
I cannot
parent and
blame
the
him.
system.
See, the best part is when this girl finally reaches college, she will still get matches on Bumble with that name because guys have no standards.
Oh
But
god.
can you imagine?
but-
Everyone will know her name in school. It takes years for your name to get popular in
Yeah.
a school or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
especially common names. And this girl will be known for or guy. Or is it a girl or
But
guy?
no, it's a girl. It's a girl. It's the daughter wanted. But so no, I tell you. So this was now it's been taken care of apparently because the daughter's name is Aarti. And the UP CM office had to get involved and they made sure she got admitted.
And you know
finally.
they will definitely do a great job.
And of course,
yeah.
of course. As long as she's
But
Hindu.
the but the,
Hey, are you
UP
saying
but
that
the
they-
UP CM himself goes by another name, right? He doesn't go by the name he has.
What?
I think it's boss.
So, are you telling me that they did not arrest the daughter? Because
No.
that's how
So,
they
no,
work, no?
So what happens is correct, right?
That's how they solve problems. guys.
All these things. But so apparently what it is
Also,
is
if
the
you're
UIDI,
Madhu, if you're
UIDI.
Madhu, you're allowed to have 5 kids. If
No,
it
she's
was,
too young to be under UAPA. Otherwise, there would be no problem.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. No, Madhu is allowed to have 5 kids.
So
but,
the body the body that issues Aadhaar cards in India, the UIDAI, they said that apparently this is like the first time it went viral, but this happens quite a lot in smaller towns, especially in smaller rural areas, especially smaller towns. Because when a newborn is born, right, they don't often have a name in the beginning.
exactly, yeah.
So they just like after once you have the biometrics of the father and the mother, they just make like a temporary Aadhaar card name. So this couple just probably never got it updated because both of them were illiterate, is what the understanding is. So they didn't know that's what the Aadhaar card says, and they have to get it changed. When
It's a lazy officer's
what did you
fault,
write?
where he just asked, "Kya naam hai?" Arey, wo Madhu Ka Pachwa Baccha. He just literally wrote it
that's
down.
exactly what it is. Yeah.
Or could you say son of a bitch? I mean,
Yeah, why not?
That's also
Son
the
of a
same
bitch.
concept. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I hate this conventional thinking anyway. Why can't people have, I mean, that Kanye West, I was trying to say, what is the name of the kids, yeah?
That
North-
was,
And then the
West.
other guy who's giving numbers.
no, that was also Elon's child is
Elon
called
Musk
some
is given
weird
numbers.
name.
Axel,
Yeah.
Apple
something.
26 and all that. Poseidon 15. I mean, that's your choice, whatever you want to call the kid. And the other guy is Northwest and East South or something.
It's like
I
a
mean,
PUBG.
you know what I mean?
It's like a
No.
PUBG username. No?
His daughter will become a power lifter only to preserve herself from beatings. You know, can you just imagine that she has no choice but to take anabolics and become really big and powerful because her name is what? Northwest by East or something. What do you do? What can you do?
And poor thing's gonna have a lot of sad to say, but sexual jokes about her.
Hey,
in
did you
college
guys
and all.
want to change your names?
Like, I'm
did
in
you
the
ever,
north.
did you ever
I'm in
think of changing your
Northwest.
name?
We used
Okay,
to
that's only funny to you, Antariksh.
Sorry.
Cool.
We used to introduce Andy on stage by saying, coming up next is the Kanye West of Kurla
Kurla.
East.
And was that the only joke? And then after that, it was like a poem.
Okay.
Okay, last time.
Should we take a
No
break?
disrespect. Who's Andy?
Andy Raghu, very funny comedian from Bombay.
Has he been on the show? I don't
I
think
don't
he's been
think
on
At
the show.
some point, no? You should
But
have
I'm
him
sure
on.
you must have crossed paths, Cyrus, because
Andy, I
Literally one of the
remember
funniest in
name.
the scene.
Anand
man.
Regu.
Comment.
Yeah, Anand Regu.
Yeah.
Literally one of the funniest in the scene.
And his
So
I
work,
knew that
his
Andy would be
what?
something short for something that I figured that out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
so Andy as in Andy where it's Andy. Yeah. So let's have since Andy and Gaurav Kapoor are half the show. Let's have them both on the
Yeah,
show.
why
no?
not?
Yep, let's have them on the show.
Huh?
Write those names down.
That's your answer.
And then
Yeah.
Andy
We
is-
will. What else? We will. we'll
I
get
don't
on.
want other comedians on this show. I am quite happy to not share space.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
Andy and Gaurav, more than happy to have them. They're both
Andy has
great.
worked across
Why-
all media formats, including television,
Are you-
radio.
Are
Just
you feeling cold?
No, I'm just checking my time to see if it's time to break.
No,
my
not you.
fast.
Punit is feeling cold. Look at the body language. His
no,
hands are like,
no, no.
oh my
Just-
God.
it's a very small room. I'm feeling claustrophobic. I can't
Yeah,
do
that's
my
true.
usual moves.
You started off by saying what an office, great, and then you're saying
This room is too many people.
Yeah.
that's true.
That's
What is
fine.
Randy Orton?
Randy
Why
Orton
is
is
Randy
a
Orton being
wrestler.
mentioned?
Is Andy Orton.
Oh,
you want to
Oh,
say,
sorry.
maybe?
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Oh no!
It
he
is a
broke our
small
mic.
room. It is a small room.
1 minute. Punit, what the hell are you doing?
Check.
This is
check.
worse than that urine scam in the morning. You're breaking everything, dropping
fine,
everything.
fine.
What's going on? If you have to pee now, it'll be a disaster.
Now he's directing phallic shapes away from his
Hey, I
mouth.
have a question.
Yeah.
Like the cups they use for the sperm sample are the same as the one for the urine samples, or do they have different
No, I
cups?
think must be different.
I mean, they'll be
Because
safe. Why would they be
no,
different?
no, the urine
Yeah.
will, if there is
I
leftover
apologize for this.
urine, it'll
At my
dilute the
age,
sperm.
the sperm sample will be much safer because it's a little trickle, and I mean, that's fine.
My
The pee, I
my
still got
sperm
something
sample
going
cup
there.
would have to be larger. Just saying.
Right.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
Antariksh.
Okay, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Wow. As soon as he said that, people are like, please break.
time.
break.
Please like, share,
On the
subscribe.
other hand, it might be
Martins
less.
and the break time.
Huh?
There are techniques. You don't know Chinese philosophy. When we come back, I'll teach you something.
Okay.
In the meantime, are we taking a break?
Yes, please.
Nobody cares. Okay, we're taking a break.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On This Round is on Me, Gauri meets Minu Margaret, founder and CEO of Bliss Club. They talk about how Minu began to produce pocket-enriched activewear for women. On Big Talk About Tiny Humans, Devi Shobha and Meghna explain how one can prepare their kids for emergencies. This week on the Musafir story, Saif and Faiza speak with Akshata Bhanj Deo, director of Belgaria Palace, an 18th century Victorian-era style palace that is now a boutique hotel in Mayurbhanj, Odisha. And on Audio Gyan, Kedar speaks to Kshitiz Anand about his Happy Horizons Trust and his community-based learning. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you might be listening to us on. And do check us out on YouTube. We're building a whole bunch of different channels. You can find them on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And we're also doing a small listener survey, which we would really appreciate your help with. It helps us kind of talk to advertisers. So you could go to ivmpodcast.com/survey. It'll just take a couple of minutes and it would be really helpful to us. We do appreciate this. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance and the India Water Portal. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Hello.
And we're back.
Can I just point out something?
Yes.
No disrespect again, but his name is Kshitiz, not Kshitij, as we're
This
familiar
is
with.
Andy.
It is.
And as
This is
names-
Anand, his name is.
Yes,
This is
but I'm
Andy.
just saying it allows you to think, an incomplete sentence like shit is, and then, I feel that Kshitij is a safer option.
Hey, shit is a good rap name, no? It's a
Yeah.
rapster.
It's
Also,
a
he's a
great
respected-
name.
Also, he's a
But
respected
it-
guest on our podcast network.
He
Let's
is.
not make fun of
And
him.
I'm
Poor guy.
saying, with due respect, Silverie,
Yeah.
and how dare you think that there's anything bigger than that? Please.
Cyrus, we
In
were
20
discussing
minutes,
that.
we break our fast together. The one who should never break a fast will break it. The one who
I had a
really
question
hang
about
on.
the sperm sample thing. Like in the old days, they used to give dirty magazines. Now that technology has improved so much, you can
They give you a phone.
watch things on the phone. Do they
Give you a
like?
pad.
Do they
Give you
like
an
give
iPad.
you a link or something, or is it still?
Oh, the preferred links, yeah. I mean, they must have
Isn't
tie-ups,
porn
right?
banned, so they can't do it officially?
Oh,
right?
shit.
I don't know about you guys. I ask for a mirror normally. I'm good.
Of course you do.
Self-love.
Great. Very nice.
Cyrus, we were discussing that in the
Tell me
break.
honestly, how long would it take to fill the bottle?
Depends on
Oh,
the thing I've got.
Again,
to sort of
as I
you
said,
know.
On the inspiration.
Yeah,
Moody
yeah.
bugger.
Yeah.
He's a moody guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Conditions apply. I can't tell you for sure.
Okay, would you preferably take the bottle home? I mean, not at the date, but wouldn't you do it rather at home?
I would, yeah.
Or
yeah,
do it in
yeah.
their
I
office,
feel like
you know?
cheating on
But
my
then
wife
they
is a-
can't be sure that is
It's
yours.
yours,
No?
yeah.
I mean, whose am I collecting, man? Like, what is this?
Yeah, that's why they don't allow other men with you in the room, even if that's your preference. Sorry, Punit, I didn't want to bring it up. But all good, yeah. In our culture, all good, yeah.
But Silverie said you need a bigger cup, like you need a mug, like a Bonvita
Yeah,
mug.
yeah. Correct.
Silverie was in Panchgani, and these are the kind of competitions they have. So, what do they do for sport? Monday Pishab, Tuesday
Yeah,
sperm,
today I filled a mug, tomorrow I filled a bottle. All good times.
Wednesday, where do I put my finger? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
There is, I mean, not to make it gross because it's already very gross, but there is pornographic content where they fill the wine glass with it.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And then?
And then there's there's a cheers.
And then there's, and then someone drinks it. This is what it is.
Puri, don't pretend like you're not aware of this.
How are you not aware of this? What are you talking about?
I heard of people peeing on
I've
each other.
seen you mention
Yeah.
unicorn in your stand-up act. So
Okay,
if you know
that's,
that,
I
then
just move it.
But Abbas, you have to break your fast. You can't say all these things.
I can't believe Cyrus is the one who started.
true.
After all of this.
Chinmay, Silverie is a horse, Chinmay is saying. Huh? Now, you know what that means, right?
Silverie is a
I mean,
horse.
that's a lot
Stud
of
bull.
Yeah.
publicity for you. It better be true because otherwise it's going to haunt you. I'm telling you right now. Now they're clear that they expect a lot of good things from you in the sheets. That's what's coming across.
in the sheet.
Okay,
Wait,
sausage
sausage
fest.
Hey, you guys
issues.
have heard this urban legend that Red Bull
Now,
initially.
Hamisha, my one female friend on the show. Hamisha, I apologize.
Right,
No more
yes.
sausage fest.
It is.
And of all the worst sausage fest.
No,
Look at the
one
group.
second, I want to know
They're
what-
Let's
what-
talk about a woman then.
One second, Punit has some urban legend.
The urban legend that Red Bull initially used to have the sperm of
of a bull.
bulls.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have you heard this?
Yep, yep.
So if you go to
In
Thailand,
our country,
It
that
did,
is
it did,
sacred.
you're right.
No, that's the cow. That's the cow.
Exactly right.
it did.
It was proven. No, it wasn't. I'm just joking. I was messing with it.
So in Thailand,
That
you get
only
Red
a
Bull
Red
in.
Bull, huh? Not all bulls.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not
that
be racist.
solves it.
That day I was talking to a guy who was telling me about, I was saying, I want to keep a cow in a little land that we have because there's these old bovines, in spite of being Hindu culture and all, they were treated really badly and left to die. So I said, whatever. So he was telling me, sir, ye mat le lo, ek Jesse lena. So I said, what is Jesse? I said, Jesse is a Punjabi term or something. Jesse is a common name in the north, I presume. Jesse doesn't be Jersey cow, which is costs a lot of money and actually parts of India
From
they
New
have
Jersey?
them.
Are they from?
No, then
From
New Zealand, but
Oh, okay.
Jersey जैसी कोई नहीं. New serial, right wing serial.
Yeah.
Cow.
Oh, poor Mona, she's a lovely girl. But now let's have a joke.
Mona ka Paanchwa Baccha. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Mona, we apologize. You know, we love you. Now let's say that to people we like at least. Silverie.
Yes, we love all Gauravs.
Yes.
Gaurav, all Andy,
Yes.
Mona, all harmless people who've never said a bad word.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Antariksh
people
got
in
busy
South
with
Delhi who-
something.
Huh?
Antariksh got busy with
Hey,
something.
it's a good ring to it. Jersey जैसी कोई नहीं. It could be a serial 8:30 every day, and the cow is the main character.
Can I just come back to the South
Animated
Delhi thing for a
character,
second? About the Chaitra Navratri issue and, shutting the meat shops, etc., because you're passing them and it disturbs you. Why couldn't they come with a compromise where instead of the meat shop, they just falsely advertise it as a sari shop, something like that. So
And
you
in
still
the
sell
in the
meat,
back,
They're selling meat inside
once
saris.
you go behind the saris,
Meat wrapped in
behind,
saris.
behind. You just have that parag sari thing in front and that's it. And after that, you just open it and go. If you want to buy a sari and instead you come back.
How
with
do
But
you-
then
how-
even the customers won't know, na, कि they are selling.
no, how do you mask the smell?
We just want the people who are offended by it during the Holy Week.
No,
of
I'm
Chaitra
like
with
that.
you.
Navratri,
Or you just mask it.
So they carry on. That's it.
Ah.
That's
The
what I'm
rest,
saying.
people
How do you
like us
mask
who
the
want to go and
smell?
buy,
The smell will get out.
Because
No?
no sari smells like that. That's why. And if it does, bro, run from the smell as fast as you can.
That's not a bad idea.
But
yeah.
yeah, so
She's just like a goat, that lady, I tell you. Yeah.
but it's very crazy to see, man. So
The people are getting offended are in the business of getting offended. So there is no
Yeah.
solution. They will get offended anyway.
exactly.
No, I'm a little scared about the wording. It actually said that when they pass by the shops, they are, it makes them uncomfortable and all that, which is now like, what are we going to do here? You're going to just, there's a whole, just, people have to just
So
leave.
the counter
What
argument
is
was
supposed
that
to
for Ramzan, then you should close all food
Everything.
shops. Close everything.
Yeah, correct. In the day. Yeah, in the day it should be closed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. There's no end to it, bro.
So
Ah,
yeah,
damn
exactly.
it.
So
Leave the country to the Parsis. Everything will be fine. Throw everybody else out. Love you guys, but just buzz off. Enough is enough. You saw the ad.
this is
A man's running around, this boy from Powai running around with a stick, misbehaving, trying to kick things and all that. I mean, what the hell are we teaching the young? Yeah, violent,
this has
mostly
been
violent act.
but talking about this, this has been going on like an ongoing issue now. This has become because it feels like suddenly all these like not suddenly, but even more so than previously in the last few months, people are speaking up more and taking issue with just Muslim traditions. For instance, the
Yeah.
Azan
Hey,
thing.
what is the correlation? Every time there's a holy month or
Yeah.
holy week or holy whatever,
Exactly.
and suddenly you find a reason to, like poke the bear of the other community. It's like
Exactly.
it's immediately done.
Yeah. So
I think if you don't do it, you're thrown out of the party. It's like, no, boss, you have to do this.
It's very manufactured because even with the meat ban, largely it is South Delhi one area. But it becomes
Correct.
national news because it's a hot button topic,
Yeah,
and they keep
exactly.
you all distracted from all the other important
also
news
apparently
items.
they've announced this. The mayors of South Delhi and whatever that which the other area
I
of
didn't
Delhi.
even know South Delhi has a separate mayor.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
makes sense.
exactly. So these mayors are in the BJP, the members of the
Yeah.
BJP. So
Yeah.
they have announced this. The AAP hasn't given like an official order, so it's not actually banned. These people
No,
through
see, but
fear
Yeah, but
there
have
is
banned
there
it.
is
Delhi is a
no.
very strange state.
Yeah.
You don't know what power he
Exactly.
has. It's
That's
very-
exactly right.
Even
No,
half
that's
doesn't know.
exactly what they
Every
want.
time
See,
they try to do
the
something,
thing
they're like,
is-
"No, this is not in the purview."
Can I say two lines about this?
Yes,
Say three.
I'll count.
The ecosystem is such that the more stupid,
And
the
your
more
time's up.
the more
You
outlandish
got a
thing
message
you
from the
say,
government. Abbas, you can't
the
speak.
next person will want to say a more outlandish thing,
Yeah.
right? So if someone is saying ban meat shops because they offend religious sentiments, there is another person saying why does Haldiram has Arabic behind, right?
Oh man! I
Now
have to show you a
another
video.
person will say one more thing, and because in there they are kissing ass in their to reach the hierarchy in their heads, and there was a second point which I have forgotten. So
That's
no,
great,
but
because you're
adding
running
to
out of
Abbas's
time.
point-
1 point per person going forward. Yeah.
And to Abbas's point, I have to show you guys a video, and the video quality is not great. Like
By
as
the way,
in
I'm not a fan of Haldirams. In case
I'm
anybody
a
wants
huge
to-
fan of Haldirams. I love all their products. The namkeens
Yeah.
are
Oh, yes.
literally some of the best namkeens.
I just remembered the
I've got this
second point.
namkeen, tongue thingy. So I like anything which is solid.
Abbas,
But I just
yes,
remembered
please.
his point.
The second point is that the ecosystem has gone so right wing that even if the Aam Aadmi Party is not for it, there's no prominent voice that is speaking out against it, right? Because they know if they do, they will lose potential voters. So that was
What
my
is the
political
correlation
take.
with celebrating any festival by disrespecting other people? You see,
Yeah.
that correlation is very stupid and dangerous because it's just happening all the time. What is the point? It's clearly that.
It's
You know,
becoming the
give me a
norm.
correlation like that very learned philosopher who said the masjid should stop the loudspeakers. I have no problem with that argument per se.
Hmm.
The second part of the argument is a problem because that is I'll play
Right.
the Hanuman Chalisa
We'll
outside.
play. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not. That's not a. That's just you trying to
Yeah.
be rude, insulting, and start a fight.
Hmm.
Why would you do that? If you practically say there's too much noise, just like with construction or anything else, that's a practical argument. We never have those arguments. We can't because every time they do it, it's like they want to do it only so they can insult and put
Yeah.
down.
Hmm.
And once you do that, how can we ever listen to you seriously? Because you're just like being a bully. And
Yeah.
Silverie is not for it. Silverie is
I'm against.
Silverie is 75% Hindu as we speak.
Well, yes.
Are we going to see another ad of yours?
No.
I was told
Uh,
although the Kashmir files were shot in Chota Kashmir. Huh? You guys can check it out. on the way.
Okay, cool.
Silverie, where was the stick when you needed it when you got into the fight after the
Man,
accident?
I know, man. So many things. Where was Renault Kwid? They could have
There was
protected
that
me.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you this video.
Oh, this is
Basically,
classic.
This is so this Haldiram row has been going on, right? About okay, अरे पीछे Urdu में क्यों लिखा है behind the Haldiram's packet? It's actually Arabic because it goes to the Middle East. These products go to the Middle East, so they have to write it in Arabic also. It's just part of the thing. It's nothing for anyone to get offended by. It's just how business works. Okay. a woman from Sudarshan TV.
Let's not even say the name. A militant news organization.
Sure, let's say that. Entered a Haldiram store and started picking a fight with the store manager and the employees there, saying कि whatever, आपके उर्दू में क्यों लिखा है, उर्दू में क्यों लिखा है? Okay, I'm just gonna play a bit of it.
How come? मेरा सवाल है आपसे. आपका सवाल मुझसे है. आपका सवाल मुझसे है या पब्लिक से? आपका सवाल मुझसे है या पब्लिक से? आपसे पब्लिक के लिए. क्यों? आप पब्लिक. No, बताना चाहती हो. ऐसा क्या झूठ परोसना चाहते हो या छिपाना चाहती हो जिसको आपने ये उर्दू में लिखा है? आप इनको समझाइए.
This is so frustrating, dude.
Tell her anything. Okay, so you're not going to tell me anything. आपको जो करना है मैम आप वो करिए because this kind of tantrums ना Haldirams have not gone
What is wrong with
Haldiram has standards. Okay.
Cyrus, what are you asking?
Oh, my point is first is in Arabic, right? So the ignorance is the other point. But if it's in Urdu, what's the problem?
What is the problem?
See, again, this is the editor-in-chief of Sudarshan News has told his reporters, find as many stupid things you can that we can
just make it issues.
Just make an issue out of.
Yeah, right wing will take issue with everything.
And
See, Hindutva right wing is in overdrive right now. Firstly, Navratri bhi chal rahi hai और Ramzan bhi chal raha hai.
I don't think this is Hindutva
something
right
to support and something to fight.
These are people doing this on their own. Newsworthy people who have leanings towards. Sometimes with the news people, please understand media, they don't even care deeply. They just want to make noise.
Yeah.
So sometimes they don't even care of the consequences.
So they see these things and then there are also uncles doing it on their own accord because they have too much time and pension is coming.
That's true. Yeah.
No, but look, our stupid podcast is talking about it, so the desired effect has been reached. To salute them. It's the same as that guy who wrote that lovely story on an actor who committed suicide last year or year before, if you guys remember, and went on for 8 months on the channel about justice for him and this and that.
It's still, do you know, it trends every day still. So now,
Twitter page still, suddenly you'll see.
So now there are his fan clubs who are out in the wild. They're like feral fan clubs, and they're on their own, and they trend something every day.
But Punit, okay, look at it now from the point of view of success, okay? Media-wise, it was super successful. He wiped everybody else out. They had to follow. Our channels follow the story, which we never were interested in. This narrative was done by one person, created by one person, and went on for 6 months. 6 months, he had, in an English channel, he had the whole country following his story. So, come on, bro.
Also, these people are so stupid, right?
We are discussing it on our small podcast.
These people are so stupid. How does it make sense to go to the store manager anyway? Okay,
but that's what Cyrus is saying.
It's not like she did the dictate about what is written here and there.
It's so
it is
dumb,
to make a video.
Of course, it is to make a video.
For the
and
it's going viral.
And so at one point in the video, right, the store manager says, "Madam, so like other employees are coming to talk to this woman." So she's like, "No, don't worry, we don't have to tell anything to this woman. Okay, you guys can go. You can go back to work." Because she's saying we don't have to address these stupid things that this reporter's bringing up. So the reporter, you can see in her face, she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get what I want to get from this." So she goes, "अच्छा, अब मेरे से बात ही नहीं करोगे." And she starts making that becomes an issue. Now,
you don't have basic etiquette. That's
Wow, man.
There's also a cop in the video, and one of the comments in the tweets was like, "Why is the cop hanging around like a fruit fly?"
That's exactly what it was, dude. He was just there in the background. So the reporter.
What if he was innocently buying one packet of Haldiram? He was just standing in line and we are screwing him.
Yeah, one thing I want to buy.
Cyrus cops don't buy; they just take it.
True. And definitely Delhi will be even worse. But can you imagine if at the end of the fight he taps her and says, "Madam, हो गया?"
Madam, मैं billing के लिए रुका हूँ अभी तक क्या कर रहे हो madam? Yeah.
But what about the screeching? Why is it that when Indian journalists start, they're already screaming?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
No, she went there to pick a fight. She went there to.
I think it's part of the course knowledge. The first year, first semester, there is one.
Shouting class.
I think so. I remember when we were doing plays and stuff, Pearl Bhamsi talking about the graph. So if you start in anything really loud, where do you go? You can't go hysterical from the beginning. There's just nowhere to go after that.
Then you break
They should just give us a little bit of a performance where it goes up a little bit, But it all comes from the master.
Yeah.
The master he's just changed the game, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I think we should name that fifth kid with no name should be named after the master. As a Anybody out there, your kid doesn't have a name, we'll give you the names.
Yeah.
Haldiram is an option.
That's
Choose your language and call it Haldiram. Not a problem.
Yeah. We can actually start that if you have a newborn child and you want to name them.
And
contact
actually,
us.
you can
We
spin
will
this.
give you guys names.
Silverie, you can spin this
On the
story
show.
as a patriotic, jingoistic story about
Yeah,
Haldiram is so successful that they go across to UAE and have great sales, and hence there's stuff in Arabic, etc., etc. Which is actually India doing well. So you can actually spin the narrative that
Actually,
way.
that's
But
very true.
instead they go
All the companies
completely
do
the other
it.
way.
They even went out to Himalaya also, and Himalaya is like almost 100-year-old company.
Dude, what? These are the most Indian companies, dude.
Yeah,
Himalaya, Haldiram's.
So they just go to
Amul now. Amul is next, of course. Right? We already
No,
talked
they
about
won't go
yesterday.
after Amul. So with Himalaya, they put a screenshot of Wikipedia page of Himalaya because that's their level of research is Wikipedia. Usme
Which you can edit.
they actually say,
Is
look,
Himalaya is he the actor?
No,
In the
this
90s?
is the company, yeah. Himalaya.
they sell
Right,
Ayurvedic
okay.
drugs. Live 52
Yeah,
with all the drunkards.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I know Himalaya. I have staggered urine flow. I do use it all the time.
Staggered urine
Before.
So
Baba
they
Ramdev, there was
simply say
Himalaya.
that, see, the founder is Muslim. Now go after them. This is the tweet. This is the logic also. Now they don't even hide behind any other logic. Founder is Muslim, go after it. And they have a halal policy. Every company has a halal policy. So they
Go
put
after him and what's the complaint? Sir, I like the product, but you're Muslim. Then what?
Yeah,
what do you
that
do? I
is the
don't-
complaint.
That is the complaint.
There's no point.
But do you know Live
Really,
52
it's
is
so
so
funny.
popular that the drunkards have it before they go to the bar. So
What is
Really?
Live 52? Is it aphrodisiac?
it's for livers.
No, it
Oh,
makes your
achha.
liver, it accelerates the function.
Okay.
You take it to eat more.
Why
Now, you'll never
52
want to do
though?
that, but I do.
There are 52 ingredients in it,
Oh.
apparently. Because in Ayurveda, everything
Do you
is...
take, bro, do you take Live 52 double strength? If you want to do
Oh,
weight
Live
training, double strength, that's
104.
even better.
Oh, then you can drink it neat. As
Yes.
I had a friend.
Punit is my kind of guy. This is how you save money. You accelerate in the high, everything. So you actually drink less in the long run. And you save money. Smart thinking. Smart thinking.
I had a friend who believed that if you have apple, it will dampen the effect of alcohol. And he was a regular drinker. He didn't have time left. So he would go with a knife and an apple to the bar.
Wow.
And he would cut slices, dip it in the alcohol.
Wow, genius, dude.
Today, he's what? Petrol.
Yeah, where is the friend now?
He's holding some position.
Oh, that's why you were
Powerful
saying
position.
the remaining friends. When you're talking about your
Last Samshan wala vada pav.
Silverie, you're freezing, or is it me? No, God.
I
Okay.
mean, no, it's
All
not
right,
us.
EMAs.
No. Okay, let's go to the EMAs, yes.
1 minute to break the fast.
1
but
minute to break
let's
the fast. Yeah, I'll
first.
break it on the first
Yeah,
question.
All right, the first question from
Okay, ask the
Nirvan.
first question, then we'll break the fast. Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
Okay, Nirvan says, hello, Cyrus and team. What makes you tick when you are sad and depressed? How do you come
Wow.
out of the trenches?
Puneet is the
Abbas,
best
take out your
person.
phone and read it right now.
Puneet, are you a manic depressive guy?
No,
No.
I work out makes me feel better.
Whoa, really?
Endorphin release.
I
fair
think
enough.
it works for Cyrus
Silver-
also.
I also run away from home, and then I get peace of mind.
This podcast
Silverie-
is your.
I watch
Release.
a lot of comedy. I watch, and that
You'll
is-
need that after this show. Something really
Yeah,
funny.
correct.
Come on.
Correct, exactly.
So
So, yeah,
9
I'm a
o'clock
huge
news channels,
consumption.
English news channels. 9
All that
o'clock.
works,
They're
yes, all
very
that
fun.
works.
But Cyrus just talks. I think that is his coping mechanism. Cyrus talking is like wind
No,
power.
no.
It is already there. You just capture it for the podcast. Otherwise, you're talking anyway.
Bro, I am the modern day. I'll be the next Baba Ramdev, but with short pants. And let me tell you, my philosophy about all this is very clear. Let it better. It's like when you have an upset stomach, better out than in. So anger, impulse, all that. I'd say everybody just give vent to it. But you need to do it without hurting anyone. So I have one relative we all attack, and Harris, and that's it. So that way,
Oh,
nobody.
Antariksh is giving me
Take
nod.
one for the team.
654.
Yeah.
Yeah.
654.
Yes. Now I will
Up
pray
the-
on air.
I don't know what is it quiet from. Do
If
we
the
clap?
podcast
we
gets-
clap while we do this? Nice one,
No, no.
Abbas.
Go,
Well
go
done.
on. With
Well done,
your
Abbas.
lives.
Another day gone. Bye.
Oh no, the podcast is gonna get banned
Abbas.
now.
Yeah. You
Are
want
we
to pray
supposed
out
to sing for
loud.
he's a jolly good fellow?
Bottle झूठी कर दिया.
And after
Oh, shit.
Hey, what is the question?
Abbas,
thing
good
to
news,
do?
bad news. Good news, you can break the fast.
Yeah.
Bad news, only Haldiram is available.
I'll go for it.
That's a good thing. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. All right. The next one comes in from Ruben David.
But aren't you going to eat properly after the dry fruits? You haven't carried any
After
kebab
the
or what?
podcast, yes, I have fruits in my bag.
But then Rajasthan will be open opposite.
Yeah.
Now they'll also open.
We'll go for party
Make some
there.
money. And the food is why am I
good,
telling
yeah.
you all?
Food
Everybody
is
must have
great.
eaten.
Yeah.
It's the best time to eat.
I know.
Oh, I'm feeling so hungry now. Yeah. Hurry up with the podcast.
Correct. I know what I mean. Exactly. Let's quickly go to the next question, which is from Ruben
Why is it
David.
that kebabs always taste better in the restaurant than when you
Yes,
take it
I
home?
tried.
Very well.
Kebabs is better than what?
I don't know, when you eat it fresh off the tawa, whatever,
Yeah,
wherever it's
yeah.
made, however it's
Because
made. Even
Rajasthan
in
is a
rubber
Congress
cheap-
state, that's why.
BJP will call you kebab mein haddi. Be careful.
All right, Ruben David has asked, Cyrus, how do you deal with parents growing old? It's hard to see it happen and no one prepares you for it.
What are
I
these
asking these-
existential questions?
You're
Yeah.
asking these sad
On
questions.
Cyrus's.
Yeah.
You got the wrong podcast. You have to send this to Beyond the Laughs with Punit Pania.
Yeah,
But-
Cyrus.
but
You
I-
can't run away
but
from
that
it.
is true,
It's
yeah.
a terrible thing, but you have to face it.
Absolutely.
It's horrible. There's no question.
Yeah,
And the
it
worst
does
part is you
become
see your own
difficult.
mortality in
I
them.
know, yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't drink alcohol, it's even tougher to get through it.
Or
Abbas
dip
and me,
apples
not
in.
good.
So my grandmother,
This apple is bullshit. Oh, sorry.
my grandmother passed away 2-3 years back now, and
2 or
this is my
3?
dadi. This is my dadi. 2019.
Nani passed away
2019.
just now. Puneet, before you say anything stupid.
My
Huh.
nani just
Huh.
passed away.
Let me save you
Yeah,
because there's no coming back to say these kind of things. And it's on record. And we all look bad.
So my dadi was drinking alcohol almost till like the last month of before her death, like properly.
How old was she?
She was like at 92, 93.
There you go.
Oh,
There, now you have
rock and roll.
the secret
Yeah.
for a long life.
Awesome, man. She was great.
Was the writing on the bottle of the alcohol bottle in Arabic at the back? Because these are very key issues. Very interesting in the movement. Yeah.
Oh, wow. She's giving competition to Mick Jagger, dude.
Yeah.
92 and
Baba,
20.
listen.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick Jagger is in his 80s.
Yeah, and also a multi.
Japan guy who died at 117 and all, he drank his wine. What is the Japanese wine called? Every day and all, yeah.
Sake.
All these correlations are not making sense. Genetics is genetics.
Is
Please
that the
understand.
one with the snake in it? The Japanese one.
I don't know. That would be
Oh,
snake.
yeah. Saki, no? How do you pronounce research it? Where's our research team? Joe
There's
wrote
a
this.
research
He just-
team?
Abbas,
Saki.
we're paying good money. Vinay is charging 7 figures.
Vinay is watching videos on his mobile.
What the research is all about. You know, he's trying to find the second ad that Silverie done.
Oh, Vinay is watching this podcast on his phone.
Why do you have to watch it on your phone when he's sitting right there? He can just watch you.
to monitor, no?
Your phone
Everything is
smaller.
fine.
It's like going to Eden Gardens and watching it on your phone.
All right, next one comes from Kamal Sethi,
Oh.
who says the two main favorites, Mumbai and Chennai, for the trophy this year have lost all their matches. Do you see them turning it around, or will they miss out on the semis?
I'm very happy. I love it when the underdog is doing better than the, let's call them top dogs. They've had a good run, both 5 wins, 4 wins in the IPL. Come on, guys, you non-cricket lovers, stand with me. Let's get a new champion.
Yeah, we should get a new champion, man.
Opening night, half
Exactly.
the crowd didn't come for my show despite buying a ticket for 500 because it was CSK in the first match and the show was in Chennai. So I'm
So
happy.
your
that-
goodness is
But
personal.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
take your fans to be IPL fans.
Exactly. So I'm retiring now.
No, I'll tell you what happened. If you listen to Ravindra Jadeja's pre-match conversations, it's funnier than Puneet, with due respect. So it's possible that they said, boss, match nahi dekhna hai, but sunna hai 2-5 minute ke liye. And they've gone there, they've heard, and then by the time they come here to set his run. So it's not their
For
fault.
Chennai, though, it is crazy. It's like religion only. I think Chennai, everything is a religion.
Never mess with Chennai. Let me tell you, yeah. They love you, they hate you. Both ways, it's not going to end well.
But
Yeah.
except for they don't make actual religion the fulcrum of their existence, which is why they are progressive.
No, it's not. That's never been a big issue.
Yeah.
You're right. So, Abbas, you're looking at straws all the time. Muslim bashing. You're saying, let's go there. Let me tell you, Muslim bashing is not the only crime in this country. There's all
I
kinds
know.
of crimes. You will be disappointed every day for the
There's
rest of your
comedian
life.
bashing
Don't just be
also.
realistic. No, there's inflation. Try and fill a friggin' car with petrol or diesel.
Yeah, okay. Diana Wilson asks AMA to Cyrus, your thoughts on BJP completing 42 years today?
Diana, it was a very, I've got my cake, but
Congrats,
I'm diabetic,
Cyrus.
so I can't
You
eat it.
completed 42 years.
Forget that. They have to call me Dada or something because I'm older than the party. I was thinking, wherever I go, BJP, come here.
BJP came in existence in 88 or 89,
82.
right?
Asking
It was
me like-
Jansang
No,
before
Janta
that.
Party.
Yeah.
Janta Party came into existence separately and then it evolved. So 1 second, let's get the facts right here.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
we
talking
will.
about BJP.
Yes,
like in
yes.
the Aadhaar
The
card
Bharatiya
of the
Janata
party,
Party.
it's written
Yeah.
BJP.
Yeah.
in the Aadhaar card, and
Yes.
then whatever, fifth version of
RSS ka Paanchwa
1980.
Baccha.
6th April 1980.
Okay, I tried not to, but yeah, okay, it's your point.
It's like Agarwal sweets, new Agarwal sweets, and then original Agarwal sweets. So
82 to 2022 is 40 years, no?
80,
Not
80,
42.
Are we going to
80,
do maths on
okay.
the show now?
Okay, so then it was
I mean,
79.
who's
I was
listening?
confused.
Why would anyone listen to four old men sitting and counting numbers? Now let us find out what 42 from 2022 would come.
is it 42 running or is it 42 completed?
Oh,
I
it's
think
42
completed.
for the long run.
They're running in 24 now. Relax, calm down.
No, congratulations
But
to the
Congress, that
party.
grand old party is 130 or something. So age is of no consequence in India anymore, it looks like.
Yeah,
It is a
the
young
best
man's
party
world.
right now is the 3, 4, 5-year-old
Aam
party.
Aadmi party, 7 years.
7 years. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
It takes
Sure.
that long.
What about the
to-
Pawai party back in Rahija complex?
That happens at my place.
Eh?
Come on over. Alright.
That is not 42, that's 420.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, wordplay.
and every
Nice.
party ends with the entertainmentist Silverie goes and reenacts the ad.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, very difficult it was. Okay, it was a lot of like to get in the mindset. It was a lot of.
It's pretty good mileage, bro. I mean, it was like proper, fully you. Very
Yeah,
ready
that
to
was
get
me
an
the
ad with
entire
just
ad.
one
Yeah.
person.
I should have been
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
more, right? I know.
No, that's why the casting guy took 10,000 because
Yeah.
he cast you.
Okay. Next one is Hema Thakkar has asked, how did Cyrus manage to keep his muscle gains despite being sloshed often? Back in the day,
Sloshed.
afterward.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that muscular. Secondly, slosh. I used to only drink once a week.
Did you stop
Once a week.
drinking after you started working out or before you started working out?
No, I started drinking, working all at the same time. Everything
Okay.
happens in college. Now suddenly you discover
Okay.
girls.
Okay.
That's when I put t-shirts inside the shirt. I had no idea about all these concepts. Before we used to just leave the house. We just literally left the house. You never thought about anything. I can't stand today's kids who look at cupboards and open the chinappification of youngsters.
Chinappification.
Young.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, but he did that. He would open the cupboard and put clothes in and all. Who does that? I mean, and this is a heterosexual male, not trying to bash any gender or whatever.
First one who had good clothes and cared about
Was he the
them.
first
Listen, let me
heterosexual-
remember Nikhil. Nikhil was such a trendsetter that, and we would all work together, right? Different classes of society, 30, 40 guys on a shoot and all that. They'd all start trying to be him.
Mm.
Not one was trying to be me. Maybe I was trying to be them in some way. It never worked like that. And I was far louder on the set. And, I would say I'm more gregarious than he is or more people person and all that. But they all wanted to be him. Suddenly you find Raju, a cameraman, he's got a ring, he's got a bracelet, and it doesn't work on Raju. It doesn't work. And Chinappa is walking around with his bling and his body and all that. And everybody's doing that. Then they got these cut-off shorts and these tight lycra t-shirts. And I'm like, what's happening to our unit? What happened to Raju? Raju ban gaya gentleman.
Cyrus, did Nikhil Chinappa ever call you for like sunburn or something? Like first 2 years, were you ever helping in promotion or something like that?
Listen, he's the nicest person in the whole world.
Yeah.
He's called us for everything. And initially
nice.
we were supportive when we went.
Yeah.
And I used to tell Quran, we have to be fully drunk before we enter because I cannot take trance music. I have to be so drunk that, I can't sense anything. There's nothing worse than trance music. I'll vote for everything.
Wow. You've alienated our trans fans.
Then the next day, Nikhil will ask you, how did you like the music? That's like,
Yeah, of course.
that's the worst.
So what do you
because
say?
look him in
Great
the
lighting.
eye.
Stage show
Yeah.
was fun, huh?
And then Sudhir Joshi, the veteran Marathi stage actor's words always come back to me. When you ask this question about your performance, comedy performance, whatever, what do you say? Like expected. Just go for that. It's a line. Keep it in your
As
That works.
opposed-
That's the best line, you're right.
So that's opposed to like, share,
Like
subscribe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe, by the way. Please say.
But Punit, was it only me? Everybody had such a good time in those parties. They were all, going crazy with their heads and all that. And the music was just this funnel of electricity going through a nozzle of a car or something.
It's
It's
like a
It's like
tractor
same
fucking
verse.
a bulldozer without lubrication. That's the
Yeah.
sound.
It's so barbaric and yet it's evolved music. It's just such a paradox. You can't understand it. There are no lyrics, or it's one lyric or one sound, and they all repeat that same word.
You have
And they
to
have
be
big
on the
lyrics
right
like,
substances, Cyrus. That's the
Oh,
trick.
we're back to
Yeah.
square one.
It's, that's.
Well, Haldiram wasn't available. Cannot point fingers at the Chinappa's tribe of young people who have destroyed India's fabric with their Western influence. How dare you?
Purification.
All right, this last
Should we
question.
start a trans
Okay.
party? That would be a great political party, no?
Yeah.
Trans party.
Wait, by
API.
trans you mean NCE, right?
Yeah. Well, why would you go there? Always soft target. You want to attack for no reason. You manly man, you with your big stick.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay, done.
All right.
We are comedians.
Last-
we just take what we get. It's prostituting yourself for the comedy. It's done.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Last question comes in from Shavik Bakchi, who says,
Punit is scratching himself. One of you have something.
okay.
They stopped the column during the pandemic.
It
No,
was
I
you
didn't
or-
ask the question. Shavik Bakshi has asked. I remember Cyrus having a love advice column in HT City long back. Used to love the quirky answers. Would you write that again, Cyrus?
Wasn't it you and Ruby
100%. I'm always
Bhatia?
there.
Like Ruby Bhatia
My
used to give
sensitive
the
writing.
serious answer and you used to give like the funny answer.
In Love Line, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, so Malaika and I were okay in that sense that she was happy to be flippant also. Unless
No,
it
that
a
was
little
the
dangerous.
show. Your column, wasn't it with Ruby Bhatia or am I remembering someone else?
No. Ruby Bhatia had her own column. I had my own column.
Okay.
Ruby Bhatia would not say hi to me in public. She's a woman of class and taste. But the columns were great. And I don't want to get into it, but it's really sad because I felt I was making a difference. Punit, I swear to God, okay, some of the questions that would come in, you don't answer all of them. They decide whichever ones and you whatever. Because they try to keep it little vegetarian also.
Right.
There are some sex questions. All of them.
Little
Something
vegetarian,
beyond my
Like
capacity.
South Delhi.
But there are so many obvious. There's so many obvious questions. The guy is saying, "I'm madly in love with this girl,"
Huh.
and after all 17 lines, he's never met her. She's never seen him. I'm like, I mean, really,
They're meant to be together.
What was the male to female ratio for the question? Do you remember?
Male 80%, 80-90% male.
Like
There are the
every
way
app.
Tanisha will be one day given the Lions Club of Matunga award for
Huh.
being on this podcast as the only female.
No, there are
Even
more.
Kajol and all people
we have
will
a few
call
more.
on
We have a
come
few
back.
more.
But most of us assume sir, that the questions are written by you guys only. Like nobody writes in.
Oh, you
Not
think
me.
all
It
these
could be
people
written by
are
them.
Shavik and all these people are us?
Yeah. Yeah. 'cause all-
That's
No.
that's how much
Cyrus-
hard work we
It's
do.
all so made up. No, it's like I use chili powder in my condom. Nah.
That is your confusing with Mahendra Vatsa.
I just got an idea. We should have international names now. The government directive, Arabic name in Arabic, German name in German. We should have all that going on now to show how international we are. Let's do it.
Yeah,
And we
correct.
get Haldiram to sponsor the show. And that same lady who was attacked for no reason
Will come to our office.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
come to
like
our
the
office.
most important person for us.
Yeah, correct.
I thought she handled it very well.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was
She
handling
just
it well.
completely wanted to ignore her. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
talking to the store manager.
Haldiram ain't
Not
gonna
the
stand for
reporter.
your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, not the reporter. The reporter handled it.
Yeah, Angrezi, yeah, beach mein, yeah. There's another class differential happening there, which one was getting also, but since they're fighting over communities, let it be there. Let's not, go to the next step because we Indians are always ready to go from one to the next. It's just a matter of time. How does this country not have a class war with such disparity living side by side? It's just amazing how we have not rioted. Sometimes I meet poor people, I say, why aren't you killing me? You should be killing me. This is my existence. Don't you feel that, Abba, sometimes? It's ridiculous, the lifestyles.
I was in Bangalore for shows last week and I was in Indira Nagar, no, which is like the most hip place. So there I went to have food somewhere and in one corner there were chai ka tapri. Wahan pe all the Dunzo boys were sitting together in one jund. No, like they all wearing the same uniforms and they all look like they're from one separate species. And I was just wondering what they must be thinking of all the rich fuckers who are there. No, would they call them for 10 bucks? Cigarette
Yeah,
leke aao,
yeah,
condom leke aao, ye wahan pe deke jao, usko tapli mar ke aao. And I mean, they're getting paid for it, but it's such huge disparity because they see the lifestyles of the people that they're serving.
The entire Raija Chambers, this
exactly.
huge complex with swimming pool and this and that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I'll
Then go
start
back to the
calling
chawl.
Dunzo to my neighbor's house now. Like, uska dekho.
Yeah.
He's better off.
Also, disrespect more. Do what some of the Malba Hill types do. They don't even look at you when the vendor enters. They just say, and they're on the phone.
But
or whatever.
Amazon Union was formed this week also, so things might
In India?
not in India, of course, in America.
No, I'm sure it's good employment for people who are doing it because they must not even have this before. So
Right.
it is progress, but the disparity is unbelievable.
But listen, the first step India has taken in news channels are employing people who are really stupid and giving them work. Well, there's no way anybody will give them a chance.
The Dunzo,
anywhere.
my respect for the Dunzo guy is way above that reporter any day.
There you go. Exactly. There you go. Always there's a positive spin if you think. Okay, are we done? Can I eat?
Yes, we're done.
Can I eat?
Tell me, Abbas, what are you going to eat? Now tell me honestly. Don't lie.
I'll have
Because
Sikh
your home
kebab
is far away
at
now, so what do you
Rajasthan. Sikh kebab at Rajasthan.
Rajasthan is best.
You're all going to go down and eat?
I mean,
I am
But
going.
it'll be
If
packed
they want,
now,
they
bro.
can
It'll be
join.
packed.
Yeah, the show is at 8 p.m.
No,
as
but
Habitat.
everybody
So-
will be there now. Everyone will turn up from the area and you won't get a place to sit.
Dude, can you tell the Habitat guy to give me spots, please?
so that Abbas can eat.
I can tell him to give you a kebab if you want.
Rajasthan should be part of the
Yeah, same,
podcast. It's an important point here, really. So
Huh?
at times like this, we can use influence.
Exactly.
Really, honestly.
Correct.
So yeah,
Balraj, give Abbas and me spots.
working class rebel against rich people, and Abbas should get spots. The two
Antariksh also
priorities.
should get spots, man.
Antariksh got an ad. Fuck off.
You got a spot in an ad.
You're not supposed to abuse during Ramzan, even during the.
It's over. I've
waking
broken
hours.
my fast.
So broken your no swear rule also. What?
You don't know anything. I'll tell you the rules.
Yeah.
You stay where you are. sir. No abusing.
Off screen, Cyrus. Otherwise, we'll get banned.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you'll be hired by a news channel, and you know what happens after that.
On that
The
note,
road
You would
to
be like,
righteousness.
they would love you at a news channel. A Muslim who's anti-Muslim. It's like,
oh, there is a
They already
Rubika
have
Liaquat.
those.
No,
They
for
have-
that.
They have those. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
They always highlight that, no?
Yeah.
Lucknow lawyer of Muslim descent
Yeah.
has filed a case against the loudspeaker. I mean, why can't he file this? What's it got to do with his religion? Honestly.
correct.
Actually, you're just twisting everything.
Yeah.
Everything's not tied to the religion. You may not want the sound for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they write this in
Why-
the
why
bio:
do you explain?
Muslim by birth, Hindu by choice. Some shit like that. You know.
And Parsi, we don't allow. The most racist of all. Nobody's talking about that. You can't become. No chance. As Dasuri told the photographer, he said, doggy, kutta kaisa hai andar? Kutta Parsi hai. Now you stay out. It's a true story.
But
That is true for
Cyrus, when
others one.
if Parsis give sperm samples, does it go out of the community? Not allowed.
Baba, at the moment, it's called market demand and supply. Demand is high, supply is low. You do the maths, you're the economist here.
Yeah, there's something there. No,
What about
There
urine
is something
samples?
there.
I'm
Really?
feeling cold now. Let's wrap the show.
Okay, let's see.
He's hungry. Bichara's not eating from 5 or 6 in the morning. Come on. All right.
Okay. Good
All
night,
Okay,
guys.
that's it.
Thank you.
Let's all have a good meal.
Bye
Bill
bye.
it to IVM.
Yes.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
What is the workplace and how does your gender and body affect your right at work? Hey, I'm Priya Mirza, and on the Longest Constitution podcast, we critically examine the vision of the Indian Constitution and laws. In season 1, we looked at sex, gender, sexuality in India, and the landmark judgments which transformed our rights as citizens in this country. In season 2, we discussed the laws which shape the workplace and examine how ability, competence, and merit impact us, and much more. Join me, Priya Mirza, every Wednesday only on the IVM Podcast app, website, and all the major podcast streaming platforms.
Love fighting?
We've got you covered.
Check out our show, The Fighting Goat, where we, the voices of the internet, Arjun Chipalkatti and Somesh Kamra, bring to you crazy weekly action on your favorite combat show, The Fighting Goat.
Be it commentary, breakdown, predictions, analysis of styles and techniques.
And of course, your round of favorite fighters.
You can listen to us every Thursday on the IBM Podcast app, website, and all major podcast streaming platforms.